Okay, class, welcome to the first of our very brief videos. But I just wanted to hit the highlights. This video is concerned with Chapter 8, and Chapter 8 does deal with conflict. So let's just look at how your textbook defines conflict. First off, it exists in all interpersonal relationships. And it's an expressed struggle between two interdependent people who perceive incompatible goals, scarce resources, or the interference in the achievement. So what that basically means is there has to be, in order for there to be a conflict, there has to be some dependency. It could be an emotional dependency. It could be a financial dependency. It could be a more practical, one person depends on the other person to help him or her with something. But there has to be some dependency. And there's some sort of conflict. Both of them want something, and either they both want the same thing and both of them can't have it, or they both want existing and mutually exclusive things, or for some reason one perceives that the other is interfering with goals. Okay. So conflicts can range from mild to out-and-out fights, sometimes physical fights, sometimes they involve litigation, but they do have to involve at least two people who are interdependent in some way. Okay, you want to be familiar with the conflict triggers, of course, any number of things, feeling of entitlement, feeling that you're entitled to something, or being criticized in a way that you feel is unfair, to just simple stress or just not getting enough sleep can trigger conflict. Okay, the process of conflict, you want to also be familiar with that. There's a stage at which you just begin to become aware that you're frustrated, and this erupts into open conflict, and then there's some sort of resolution and an aftermath. Okay, be familiar with the types of conflicts. You can have a pseudo-misunderstanding, as in the case of the young couple on the discussion board who just had different definitions for the word or the term redo the living room. So it can be a misunderstanding because, a misunderstanding. It can be a simple conflict. You want to watch a football game. Your friend wants to go to a movie. So that's just you both want mutually exclusive things. Or it can get personal. It can degenerate into name-calling. And that's what you always want to try to avoid in a conflict by perception checking, by making sure you've understood each other correctly, and by trying not to retaliate if your partner if it does deteriorate into name-calling. So these are some of the things that you want to be aware of. You also want to be aware of the stages of conflict. And I urge you, this isn't by any means a complete lecture, so you want to look over all the PowerPoint slides, read the textbook, and perhaps most importantly, look over your exam review for the second test. Is now available for you, so you want to look over that. So that concludes our first podcast.